Next up, we have our keynote, which is on the purpose of interactive content in digital marketing. And this is going to be taken over by Prady, CEO Neil Patel Digital India. And for this, I would want each one of you to give a huge round of applause, because he's going to share some truth bombs with you.
So already it has been so late, everyone are waiting for that. I will just make my session in much more shorter and crispier for make every one of you to little bit understand what is the real purpose of interactive content. So if you are actually looking for a new and exciting ways and give a wow factor to make your customer experience to the next level, then you want to know what it's all about interactive content. So in this way, like interactive content will integrate it into your brand and how you want to understand the real purpose of small details, increasing the engagement and conversions and sales and revenue. That is what I'm just going to take you through with this presentation. So before we going inside, I will just tell that interactive contents will be like lots of different factors in terms of mobile app or website or with omni-channel or with the real store or off store, on store, wherever you go, that little bit of fun experience what every customer will take into memory. Because whenever the customer or visitor coming into your website or app or store, if you are giving any fun experience, then they will make that, they will become a brand advocate for you. So they will be making and informing about your brand to their peers or their friends or their family members. In that way, it will be much more connected, and it will increases their engagement level with your brand, and it will spread the positivity about your brand to the next stage. So difficult. Within 5 seconds, everyone will again turn their mobile and start reeling. Even our guys are seeing that. So I want to make that no longer that kind of situation need to happen, because the people reading and slowly observing and doing the hovering through the contents are gone away. Now the content need to be more crispier, and it need to engage, and you need to make audiences to get connected along with that. So that is the only purpose. And you already know we operating an agency, and we worked with most of the notable brands, and we are here more than 15 plus of years of experience. I want to take up next slides quickly. So getting your audience engage with you is one of the toughest challenges in this times. So over 62% of marketers, you know, still they are thinking, not taking any action towards this kind of small interactive purposes, interactive contents, because they won't take. Even after this session, or even after whenever we speak in our agency also, we are still trying to implement this kind of interactive contents in here and there with the client's website and content. So that is what we need to do, and you should not become like them. You need to take at least 1 or 2 actions in any one channel, so that it will increase the experiences what you are expecting. So if you collectively see, the solution is only to make your audiences to directly interact with the content, so that their eyes won't go away out of the content. So you will be directly communicating back and forth. So passive audiences will be turning into an active audiences. That will increase the engagement activity. So the experience they feel will be the everlasting connect, as I said before. That will become like it will sticking with the memory. So there is a rule, we will say one rule, like whenever before going to the rule, I will tell that now the interactive content is taking over the content as a king part. Whenever they say content is king, now interactive content is the real king. So in this way, if you see, there are lots of funnel wherever we can stick with interactive contents, like from upper funnel to the bottom funnel. You can see data visualizers from starting when the people entered into your website. You can show some kind of statistics to, they can click and see what is the total number of sales happened or what kind of products you have. And you can also make any assessments, like you can ask about the questions about what kind of interest they have for selecting the products. And you can also show some demonstrations just by clicking here and there, and so that they can flip the pages and see, okay, these are the products you have. Either you need to make them to do something in your website. They should not just reading here and there. And you can use some calculators like, okay, if I make this much of purchase, what discount I will get. Like that you can make some kind of calculators and product selectors. Obviously, you know, everything you can guide them in selling. You can recommend if they're coming for finding any gifts for the Valentines, then you can suggest some kind of this gifts will attract your wife, and this will be more useful. That way, that guiding the selling product will make them to interact, and they can make the purchase immediately, because it knows that the customers will feel that this brand is really valuing your time and they are actually taking us to the next level of interaction. So, and when you come to e-commerce, you can show them on the final way, like we have shopping video about this kind of products have been sold by the past clients, and you can make another kind of video to branching videos. They will say like they can play with what are the products combined will take some kind of different additions. In that way you can make something. And gamification, you already may utilize that in Swiggy or Zomato or many e-commerce website also you have experience, like you will get a rewards, you can make a spin wheel and you can get some offers for the next purchase. That will make the clients or audience or visitors to stick for the next purchases. This will be there. And so engaging visitors turn them into brand advocates. As I said before, loyalty will comes only from the memory. For that there is a rule, like that is what I want to say, that peak and rule. See, whenever the normal things happen, it won't enter into your subconscious. Whenever that connects with your emotions, and when you see so excited by doing something and you have felt something energized, then that will stick with your subconscious on default. That way it will trigger your emotions on next time to repeat again, come into the brand itself to make use of that interactive content. Or maybe you will recommend your friend to experience the same. Hey, you go and check the fun experience I have seen there. Like that way it will create a fun memory and it will make the visitors into loyal customers. Obviously 70% of the customers in these days will know that they are taken for granted, or they really understand the brand is actually valuing their time and producing the real purpose of content for them to engage. They will only value if they are treated well and personalized, then only they will give back their loyalty to the respective brand. Why you should use it? Why you need to use interactive content? It will increase the customer experience obviously, and by valuing them, it will also give the fun experience so that they will become a repeated audience. And it will build rich prospect profiles. You don't need to find that spammers are there, or you don't need to unqualified prospects are there. You will directly come to know more rich prospects by using this interactive content. You can collect the data. Most of the studies found that very interactive content education or educating through the content is only happened by this 45% of interactive content. It is actually taken from demand metric. So if you say comparatively that passive content is nowhere, only 6% in very effective, but 45% is taken over by interactive content. In that way it is only been used for making use of collecting like this first party data or zero data. See, you won't give any email address, or you won't give any numbers without having any exchange of fun between the content. If the content is going to give any fun, you obviously give the first party data. So in that way it increases the branding, and the social media reach will be increasing. It will make to spread in socially, they will share and the virality will increase. Even have you seen the polls and surveys in social media, it has lots of engagement. If you connect that with the entertainment industry, obviously the reach will be more for the certain brands. In that way, it will also support you to stand out of the competition, because your competition, everyone is doing the same, everyone is selling the same product, but you want to stand alone out of your competition. Only by this interactive content you can make use of that to reach more audience, and the audience will be thinking, okay, you are better than competitors. So these are some of the interactive contents you can easily implement. I have mentioned about calculators and polls and chatbots and type forms and infographics and flipbooks. And if you see the product descriptions and product recommender, and many of the things are there. These are some ideas you can boost and implement immediately. It will support your conversion rate, sales, and it will increases your revenue. Obviously it will be there. By 2024, AI will identify interactive emotions and it will influence the visitors to take the decision making process much more faster. If you see that implementing the interactive content alone will increase 3x of the engagement, 3x of conversions. That is for sure. You won't think like now you are normally happening with any conversion will be elevated into 3x when you're taking this kind of action. So that's it, guys. I want to make it happen and take actions immediately.